some shots. Gonna take the arm.
Yeah, going for the arm.
Looking for the arm.
Position. Oh, 1-2. Back to Mount again. Want to work for the triangle.
Yeah.
Mount and
So he's not going to be blasé about where he's putting that arm. But then he exposed his neck. His neck was very high. It was just not how you want to defend when you've got someone as dangerous as Chris Price.
What's happening, people, and welcome to the Rambling Dad podcast. And today I'm joined by Crazy Chris Price. What's happening, my man? You good?
Yeah, fantastic. Brilliant start to the year. Back training, and just pushing myself ready for a very active 2024.
Yeah, mate, we're all looking forward to it as well. So how was your Christmas and New Year anyway? You have a good one?
Too good.
Too good, yeah.
Too good.
Way too good.
Kind of regret it a little bit.
Yeah, just a bit of karaoke with the dad and all the rest of it as well. Looked fucking brilliant, mate.
Oh God, yeah, I had a lot of fun over December, and I was still training, I was still doing bits, but fucking let the food get to me a little bit too much,
You can't.
But at the end of the day, it's Christmas, innit? You got to.
Yeah, that's it. There's too many cakes and everything getting passed around. You can't say no when it's underneath your nose, can you? You know what I mean? Wicked, mate, wicked. So, you just back from Tenerife not too long ago as well, weren't you? How was that?
It was fantastic. It was one of the best holidays of my life. Yeah, me and my girlfriend, we had a cracking time.
Yeah, wicked. That your first time at Tenerife, or you been before?
I've been to Tenerife before when I was a little kid, but obviously that long ago I can't remember. Going as an adult was fucking sick.
Yeah, mate. I was 2019 from my mate's wedding. There was a big load of us went over, and it was fucking phenomenal. First time I'd been as well, but the place is amazing. Did you get to Siam Park?
Yeah, we did. Thank God.
How sick is that?
Almost the last day. Yeah, I think it was the second to last day, or third to last day.
Right. Okay.
Oh, it were meant. I'm a bit of a little bitch when it comes to big rides, though.
You're joking, mate. You get in a cage and fight.
Mate, I'm terrified of heights. Anything about heights, like there's a video I'm probably going to put on my Instagram of me on a boat. This sounds so pathetic. I'm on a boat, and there's this fucking kid, right? And he's doing all these fucking somersaults into the water off the boat. And I just look at him, and I'm like, he looks at me. He's like, "You getting in?" I'm like, fucking all expecting but I'm like, I'm stood there for fucking ages, and the fucking captain come over to give me a pep talk to get me in. I'm just like,
unreal.
Oh no! Eventually I went in, but I ended up screaming like a girl jumping in.
Is it one of them double decker boats, so it's just a little bit higher, so when you jump off the top, you've actually got?
I think it was pretty high, but I don't know. You can judge. You can judge it. When I post the video, you can judge it for yourself. I'm a little bitch. I'm a little bitch, man. The water weren't even that cold either.
It's not, is it? I mean, it's that bloody hot over there.
I love Tenerife. It was
we went out. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say there. We went out on like a catamaran, one of the little boats, and seen tons of dolphins and whales, mate. There's loads of them over there. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, it was ace.
But they say there's a saying, isn't there? If there's dolphins and whales, that means there's something else in the water.
No, okay. So you're like, yeah, I ain't jumping in there. I've seen Jaws 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I tell my girlfriend loads of horror stories, and she's fucking scared. She's scared of the sea as it is, so I didn't really make them do any better for her.
It makes me a bit nervous, to be honest with you, mate, in the open water. You know what I mean? Because you don't know what's below you. You don't know what's going on underneath you, do you? You know what I mean? Depending on how bloody deep it is. But at the same time, I like going scuba diving as well. Scuba diving is fucking awesome. So when you get down there and you see some of the stuff that's underwater.
Oh, no, I can imagine. I think I went to Egypt years ago and did a bit of like, not deep scuba diving, but just seeing all the reef and everything. Just, it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The colours you see down there, the creatures, absolutely incredible. But tell you something, me and my girlfriend have been watching these videos on TikTok of the fucking North Sea.
Right. Don't go anywhere near that, mate. You seen the size of them waves?
like sailors going out there on these boats, like they're not even that fucking big, the boats, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like, I never had a fear of the ocean until watching them videos.
You see the waves are about 5 times the size of the boat, aren't they? You're just like, not a chance of you getting me on one of them.
And you end up in that water, you're just dead.
Oh yeah, you never seen.
You're just dead. Like people, I don't think people understand that. Like I was just thinking before that, like, oh yeah, I can swim. I'm an athlete. I can swim. I'd be sweet. No, you're dead. You'll just die from how cold it is. You'll die.
Exactly. Even falling off the boat and the impacts with the water as well would do you in a little bit just before you.
Well, no, it would. The height of it and everything, and it'll just tear you apart too. The water and whatever's in there too will kill you.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be swimming with the fishes, as they say. Right, mate. Anyway, let's get stuck into it. So you turned pro in 2020. You had 4 wins, got signed by Cage Warriors. So what I normally like to do with a new guest is just go back to the start. Tell me a little bit about you, where you're from, your background, how you got into MMA, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I'll give you the mic, mate, and you run with it.
All right. Oh, I feel like a broken record because obviously
I know everybody asks you to do this. I've got some stuff in here that probably people haven't asked you before. So
okay, I'll just do a general sort of summary.
Yeah, just a roundup, mate. That's sound.
Well, I'm autistic. I got bullied at school. I needed basically an outlet. I needed something to basically have something about me. I wanted to get the bullies off my back when I was getting bullied at school. I ended up finding. I've done a little bit of martial arts before it. I've done like some traditional martial arts, but traditional martial arts ain't gonna fucking do shit. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So I ended up finding an MMA gym. I didn't have any real intentions of fighting at the time. And ended up enjoying it. Ended up getting a fight sorted, and I ended up snapping my leg in that first fucking fight too.
Yeah, I know. I heard about that as well. A proper dirty shin snap as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I went out to that fight full of fear and adrenaline. Like your first fight, you're always fucking terrified. Going out, and I'm just thinking, right, I want to hit this kid with the hardest fucking thing possible. And it was, believe it or not, it was a no headshot amateur fight. You weren't allowed to hit him in the head for that fight. Right. So the logic in my head was, right, he's protecting his body. He's not guarding his legs. Hit him as hard as possible to the legs. And in my brain at the time, because I was only a kid, I did not think it was possible to snap your fucking leg like that.
Against another dude's leg as well, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Ouch!
Yeah, mate, I bet you've never had pain like it in your life. Fucking unreal, that.
Well, to be honest, because of the adrenaline and how fucking terrified I was, it wasn't too bad. It was bad.
At the time,
it was bad, and it was fucking freaky seeing your leg like that, but it didn't hurt as much as you'd expect.
Yeah. I mean, as I was making that edit there at the start, I was obviously watching some of your older fights and stuff just to take some clips from them. And you noticed how much calmer you are now to how much you were then. Like when you would walk into the cage, but you couldn't stand still. You're like this. You're fucking pacing back and forth. You're all over the show. It was like he's either raring to go or the adrenaline's just absolutely pumping through this young lad here, and he's ready to just get started and get it done.
I've changed a lot over the years. Like I think God knows how many fights have I had now. I've almost lost count of how many fights I've had now, because obviously, like I've had my pro fights, but then the amateur fights, I had a lot of fucking amateur fights.
Yeah. When I look through your record, mate, you had quite a few amateur fights in there.
And obviously, that's not just it. Like I've done some little, boxing fights here and there too. I think I had a kickboxing fight. Obviously, loads of grappling matches. I've had a lot of experience, but still to this day, though, I still go into that cage and think it's my first fight. That's my mentality that I have every time I go in there.
It's not a bad mentality to have, really, is it? Yeah, I mean,
no, it's not. When I'm in a training camp, I try to always have a beginner mindset. I want to constantly learn stuff, and I want to. I feel like that feeling of I'm going into my first fight. That feeling keeps you sharp. I think. Like I'm not going into my first fight. The reality is I'm not. Like, and I know what to expect, but I just try to have that sharpness. Just like. Expect the unexpected when I'm in there, because fucking hell could happen, mate. The guy could run at me straight away. I could start going at him. He'll take me down. I could go at him, end up in a fucking mad exchange. We could be swinging. Anything could happen.
Scrambling
Get
all over the
Masvidal. You could break your fucking leg. Anything could happen.
Masvidal,
that one ticked off, so I'm sleep with that one. I've had that one ticked off.
Right, okay. Epic, mate, epic. So as you mentioned there, autistic. I mean, there's not many professional autistic fighters out there that I'm aware of, anyway.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm going to put this out there. There probably is. Almost definitely is. It's just, are they open about it? That's the thing. I'm open about it, and I don't. My goal is to push autism awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And
you're a brand ambassador for Fighting for Autism as well, aren't you? And that's got some other big names on there. Tom Aspinall's on there. There's a few others. I think Bass Rutten and a few other people are brand ambassadors.
Paddy, I'm not too sure if Paddy still is, but yeah, Paddy is as well, I believe.
Right. Okay.
Paddy Pimblett, and I think Molly is as well too. But I'm not too sure if they're still doing it. But they got a lot. They got a lot of charities them too, like to keep up with.
Yeah. So what type of work do you do with Fighting for Autism then? I know they sponsor you. I've seen you have them on your shorts and everything.
So basically, with me and them, it's I can't really do much because obviously I'm that fucking busy.
Yeah,
I don't really go to events for them or anything. I literally just have them on my shorts and I do what I do basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just be me. That's the way I do. That's what I'm trying to give back. Like if they give me a message and they say, "Oh, can you show up to this?" I'll do my best to turn up.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, my full-on commitment is, the reality is you got to be a selfish twat to do the sport.
Yeah, that's what every single fighter I spoke to says, to be honest with you, mate.
Monday to Friday, I'm in Liverpool, and after I've been to Liverpool training, I might have an S&C session, or I might have to go for a run, might have to do jiu-jitsu at night. And if I'm not training, mate, I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing this interview. I'm going to fucking sleep. I'm knackered.
I've been a long day today.
Like, I'm trying to amp myself up to stay awake.
Yeah. So where are you, Blackburn?
Yeah, good old Blackburn in Lancashire.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Warrington originally, mate. I live in Scotland now, though, but I'm from Warrington originally, so I'm not too far. I passed you when I'm driving home, go see the family. I came down at Christmas to go past Blackburn. So what time are you having to get up to get through to Liverpool then?
So normally it depends. So luckily for me now, I do have a friend now that drives us down, and we train there together. He's a fighter himself, Yusuf Nazkatov. He's had a fight on Bellator. He's had a fight on FCC, and hopefully we'll get him some big fights in the new year. Yeah, he's one to watch. He's a fucking phenomenal.
So he's in Next Gen now as well, then, yeah, training with you boys.
Yes, he's at Next Gen now.
Okay, wicked.
He's an absolute blessing in my life, that man, honestly.
Yeah, well, it's giving you a lift of training, mate. You can't get any better than that, can you?
More than that, he's a fantastic training partner. And if I ever have anything going on in my life and I feel down or anything, he's the guy I'll talk to. Do you know what I mean? You got to have a guy like that in your life.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, building relationships like that at the gym can only be a good thing as well, I imagine. Yeah, I mean, it just puts the trust into each other and the support into each other, doesn't it? And
it's that. But I think a big one is it's the like-mindedness that we have. Like, he wants what I want. Do you know what I mean? We both want to be in the UFC one day. We both want to make money from the sport.
Yeah.
We both want to, be that superstar, that champion. That's what we want to be. And we've both been chasing it since we were young kids. Like, we basically started MMA around the same time, years ago. Like
similar ages, I take it.
No, he's a little bit older than me. He's 28. I'm 26.
Right, okay.
No, but roughly, roughly.
I mean, not a massive gap, that is it? Yeah, I mean, so it's just there.
Roughly same age.
Right, okay. Well, I was speaking to James Webb the other day, and that's what he was saying about, like, surround yourself with the people that have similar goals and want to achieve something on the same level as you. It's only going to help both of you grow and rise and get to where you need to go. Yeah, I mean, so now you're doing all the right things there from the sound of it. And
don't sound like a douche saying this, but you don't. If you want to go far in life, you can't be hanging around with losers.
You can't, mate. You're not a douche saying it at all. It's the hard truth, innit? You know what I mean? And some people can't lean into it or face it, and it's just you're around with bits.
If someone's exactly. If someone's got negative energy, you don't want to be around them. You just don't. Like when I go to Next Gen, I'm around people that, do you know what I mean? Like, are probably better people than me. Like people that I just really look up to. Like people that, you know, don't get me wrong. Everyone's got some weaknesses here and there, but you know, I look up to guys like Adam Cullen and Nathan Fletcher. You know, them two, they're fucking always in shape. Like me, I've let myself go over Christmas, and fuck, I've really let myself down here. Like they're still in shape. You know what I'm saying?
That'll come with time of experience and discipline and all the rest of it. It'll all fall into place.
Well, then again,
you're still a young lad, mate.
No, but I've been in the games the same amount of time as them. It's just I've been used to. I think the reason why I've let myself go as much, I probably let myself go this much every Christmas, but I think it's because I'm at a new gym now. Because I've only just recently moved to Next Gen this year. Last year I moved. I've been used to training at gyms where if I let myself go and I get fat and I'm out of shape, I'm usually the most experienced guy and the most skilled guy on the mat.
Yeah.
So my skills make up for it a lot of the time. Now they don't.
They're a big jiu-jitsu gym as well, aren't they? And from what I've seen in your fights, mate, you bang on the money with your jiu-jitsu anyway. You know what I mean, you know exactly what you're doing. Seems like it's second nature to you when you're going for certain transitions and positional pieces. You know what I mean? Like whether you're
I'm still a baby. I'm still a baby in that game, mate. I'm a purple belt.
Right. Okay.
With a white belt mindset.
Right. Okay.
I'm still a baby. I'm still a baby in the sport. There's I'm like a medium-sized fish. Like you get small fish
in a big pond. Yeah,
exactly. I used to be that big fish in a small pond. Right, I used to get it so easy. Like
and
I didn't realize how much I was missing out. And I've moved gyms, and now it's like humble pie. Yeah, it's like I've got to be on it constantly. It's like I want to keep up with these lads. I really want to keep up with these lads.
It's like being a white belt again, isn't it? Walking in for the first time and just getting humbled and just going, "What the fuck was that? How did somebody just do that to me there?" I thought I would be able to stop that happening, but you just can't, can you? I mean, and your head coach Paul Rimmer, he's phenomenal at jiu-jitsu himself. Mate.
Phenomenal, phenomenal. And you know, you're saying jiu-jitsu, but you know, he's fucking his mind. It's incredible. Like the things that he knows about striking and wrestling as well. Like just general MMA. He's I'm not gonna lie, having Paul Rimmer as my head coach is like, it's almost, I feel guilty saying this, it's almost like cheating. It actually is, I'm not even kidding. Like you're laughing, but if you were training at that gym with the stuff that we're learning on a daily basis, the drills we're doing, the way he formats everything, like it's like fucking hell. I might as well be doing fucking steroids. I might as well be doing steroids.
Popping for Paul Rimmer on your next fight, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, honestly, absolute gem of a coach. I've only been there a short amount of time, but the stuff I have learned, like in every aspect,
small details that you've probably missed before or not been shown before, or
not even small details, of course, but major details. Like I was a pro fighter when I moved to that gym, and with a lot of experience. I had 10 years of experience before moving to Next Gen, and like 10 years of fighting experience, mate. That's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a fucking lot.
You've also got the likes of Luke Riley, Paddy, Moe. I mean,
sick
as well. Yeah, I mean, there's just bare athletes in there that are all striving to be at the top of the game, and it's a very high level gym. It's regarded as one of the highest level gyms in the UK. You know what I mean? So you're definitely surrounded by the right people for your career anyway.
Of course,
just to take it to that next level and get you to the goals that you want to achieve. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also it feels like family too now. Like I've not been there long. You know, I'm not Scouse. That's the other thing.
Yeah, I bet you get called a woolly back all the time, or a wolf.
You know what? I have not.
Have
not they haven't actually said that to me yet. No, they haven't said that to me yet. Surprisingly, they do take the mick out of the accent, but I mean, everywhere I've gone, I've had my accent up the piss out of.
That's part of being from the north, mate. That's what happens.
I love it, mate. I'm northern and proud, mate.
Yeah, that's it.
But it's like a family there. Like if you have anything up, like you can speak to any of them. They'll have your back, and I just can be myself around them, which is great. Because being an autistic person, it's fucking horrible. Like trying to fit in somewhere. Like it's incredibly fucking hard. Like socially, it's such a fucking struggle. Like that's the main thing that I struggle with. Like people get surprised when I say that because of the way I am. I'm very loud, and that's what we call masking.
Yeah, but it's also like how you're adapting to the situations and surroundings.
Yeah, but I'm masking. But I'm masking. What I'm doing is I'm adapting. It's like adapting to what I'm, going through and everything. But yeah, I am a very I am a very socially awkward person, really. To have them guys understand me, know how to deal with me is fucking it's incredible. And just having them all have my back. I don't think I'll move to another gym, if I'm honest. I think I'm gonna end up staying there for the rest of my career.
Excellent, mate. Excellent. I mean, you hear that a lot from the content that they all put out, like that you've seen from Paddy and that you've seen from Molly. They all talk about it being a family environment and how close they all are and how much they just like help each other and can support each other and know that if they've got something up, each one of them's got the back. And you can see the pride and the passion when they're there at the side of the cage watching each one of you's fight. And you see like between rounds, the screaming, the shouting. I mean, they're doing everything they can to support you, and you can see that just from the sidelines. You know what I mean? Yeah,
it's real. It's real. It's good to have real people around you too. Yeah. Like if you fuck up, they'll just tell you straight. There's no yes men in that gym. They won't just say something to make you feel good. Like obviously, I love all my past coaches. I love all my past teams, but I've had some teams in the past that have been like just yes men. It's like just saying things to make me feel better. Do you get what I mean? It's I have a mindset of like I want positive things said to me. It'll make me do better and shit. It's like I'm at the highest level now. I'm getting to that. I want to get to the highest level. I need to be told straight, like, Chris, don't go out and do this. Don't drink. Like, Chris, like, why weren't you at training? Chris, this, Chris, that. It's like, you need to be working on this, Chris. This is where you're weak. It's like, your strengths are this. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, you just need someone to tell you fucking straight.
That's it. So open and honest, isn't it? You know what I mean? And that's like, you get a lot of stereotypes. Well, not a lot, but I mean, you get some stereotypes about Scousers or Scouse people in general. And they're some of the nicest people you'd ever meet in the planet.
You know, a lot of these stereotypes. I've been around these people for fucking. Well, I've known them all for a long time. Like I've been going up down there since 2018. You know, like obviously I weren't training there full time, but I've been going and seeing these lot since 2018, and I've not got a fucking bad word to say about any of them. That's the truth. No, they're all sound as fuck. They all treat everybody like an equal when you walk in. I've gone to some fucking gyms, and you just feel horrific fucking tension as soon as you walk in. You don't. They're all sound as fuck.
Everybody in some other places could be all in the little clique, and they don't want you to be coming into the group, and you're the outsider and whatever else.
Yeah.
And
I'm a full-on outsider
with autism as well, and struggling in a social situation makes it even worse for you, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean,
it does, and like that's a very big barrier for me because it's like it's hard to accept somebody like me. It sounds bad but it's the truth. Like I'm actually a pretty fucking difficult person to be around after a while.
I think that says more about the other person than it does about you, to be honest with you, mate. I think everybody needs to learn to adapt and blend with most personalities that are out there and most people that are out there. You know what I mean? Like
at the end of the day, I'm like, my mate, you're either gonna love me or hate me. You know what I mean? I'm not a bad person, but I can annoy the shit out of people.
Yeah, you want to be loud and energetic. Yeah, I mean, some people are quite like recluse and introverted and are just like, well, that guy's just a bit too much. You know what I mean? Because there's probably situations where you get in and you're just like, this is just a bit overwhelming for me. I'm not too keen on this, and I might just need to walk away from it. You know what I mean? So it goes both ways for a lot of people all the time.
The problem with me is I'm an extremist. So Paul put it to me best. Paul put it to me best. So what I mean by that is I'm either all in or all out when it comes to something. I've not got any in between. no in between whatsoever.
Yeah, and
More
with
than
MMA,
when
I guess
I
you're
fight.
all
More
in.
than when I fight. When I fight, it's like therapy for me.
Yeah.
I'm all right when I fight.
I did want to ask you about that. So how do you find, like, with training and with fighting, have you got any trigger points where you've had to learn to adapt with your autism or anything that where you've gone like, oh, that kind of pushed me over the edge a little bit, right? How am I going to get over that so I can continue doing this?
Not really, no. I feel like training's helped me more than anything. Like like when I train, so I could have something like this, and this isn't just for me because I'm autistic or whatever.
It's a
This is
spectrum as well, mate. Yeah, I mean, so it's very broad.
I could have some shit going on at home. I could have something going on. I could have some shit going on with my head mentally. Like I might have done something stupid or whatever. Someone might have said something to me. Whatever. As soon as you're on that mat and you're training, nothing matters.
Yeah.
Nothing matters. You're just training, and you almost forget about the whole world outside of it.
Mm-hmm.
All that matters is this guy in front of you that you're exchanging strikes with, or this guy that you're struggling on the ground with. All that matters is getting that arm around the neck or getting that fist to the face.
Mm-hmm.
That's or there's a skill that you've got to learn. Do you know what I mean? That's another thing. It's like, right, I've got hyper focus on that. So yeah, my autism's a benefit to these little things here because I can hyper focus on stuff in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I think more so the training actually helps me deal with my condition more than anything.
Kind of centers you as well, gives you something to focus on, like you said.
Yes, of course, mate. If my first coach, Rob Friedman, years ago, he made a very, very good point to me. He said, it's a good thing you're doing this, Chris, because if you didn't do this, you'd be one of them fucking trolls on the internet or like a fucking on Call of Duty doing streams and just annoying the shit out of people.
Yeah, and you're screaming
that's
at people.
What I would do. I'd be one of them. I'd have a different avenue, but
right, okay.
I'm just glad I'm not one of them, to be honest. I mean, I might do that at some point, but I'm just glad I did something that I'm inspiring people in something that's real, if you get me.
Yeah, 100%. Like you say, like you can go out and do these bits with fighting for autism, and like if they ask you to come along and you can make it, you can do it. But even just having them on your kit, having them on the banner that stands behind you or whatever when you're going out to fight, that just people seeing the logo can help bring that awareness to it, can't it? Yeah, I mean.
And another thing's these interviews, like any interviews that I do, I always bring up my autism in all of my interviews. Like I'm autistic, I've done this. If you're autistic out there, whoever you are out there that's listening to this, you can do everything that I've done. There's nothing fucking stopping you. You can do better than me. I know people that are all the way at the top that they might not tell the world that they've got autism, but they're fucking definitely autistic and they've made it all the way there. It's a superpower at the end of the day. Like there's pros and there's cons. You might struggle socially. You might be very, very introverted. You might not want to even leave the house. Some people don't even want to leave the fucking houses, especially nowadays. But there's nothing stopping you. It's just your own mind.
Yeah. And I think that goes for everybody as well. It's not just anybody that might have autism. Like that's what I think everybody doesn't realize is everything's down to you. The power's in your own hands. If you want to do something, go out and do it. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I agree with that, definitely.
And obviously leading into 2024, everyone goes on new year, new me and all that. And the time is now. Just get on with it, crack on. And again, so I feel like I'm repeating myself here. You said you feel like you were before, because I was speaking about this with James Webb the other day as well. And it is just that, isn't it? It's you are the master of your own destiny, mate. You want to go out and get it done.
End of the day, believe it or not, I'm that out of shape at the minute. I don't want to go to the fucking gym. I just want to lay here. I want to watch Netflix with my girlfriend. Just want to watch films. And the minute I'm playing GTA 5, just sounds sick and twisted, just driving around, fucking running people over. I don't know why. When you play video games, you get kicked out.
It's what you're doing. It's what you do in GTA, mate. What else are you going to do in GTA? I mean, I'm not asked about doing any of the heists. Get me in a car and just let me fly around. Let me get my rocket launcher out and just blow people up. Run around and beat them up. Run around and beat them up with a dildo you found in a bin somewhere. You know what I mean, it's a wild game, isn't it?
to me, that's expression just like it is fighting in a cage. To be honest, just getting that out, innit?
Yeah. So maybe you will have a streaming career in the future too, mate. It sounds like you've got that there. I'm sure some people would tune in to see you running around with a rocket launcher, see crazy Chris Price with a rocket launcher. You know what I mean?
You know what? You're onto something here. When GTA 6 comes out, I'm gonna do it when GTA 6 comes out.
Get on that, mate. Jump on that. I'm sure you'll fucking kill that game, mate. So when you signed up with Cage Warriors, how was it getting that call? I mean, were you expecting it? Was there any talks before it or anything, or was it just reached out?
So how I ended up in Cage Warriors? So basically, I did a fight on UKFC years ago. Say years ago. Was it last year or the year before? I can't fucking remember now.
The year before, I think.
It might have been the year before. I can't fucking remember. I kind of don't care about that fight, to be honest. So what happened was, it was supposed to be that UKFC fight that I had where I got that arm bar. It was supposed to be a fucking title fight against someone pretty fucking good with a good record. Some shit happened. I'm not gonna diss him on the fucking podcast because he has his reasons and they sound like valid reasons. The fight didn't happen. On the week of the fight, they basically changed us over. So he ended up fighting somebody else. I ended up fighting some fucking idiot. And it was very fucking annoying because I got my opportunity to fight for a belt took off me. I got my opportunity to beat someone that was, ranked and fucking decent. And I knew full well that I would have, showcased my skills. God knows what would have happened that day. Who knows? But I'm very fucking sure I would have won by submission. No disrespect to that guy, of course, but it's one of them. It's what I believe. So anyways, that happened. I ended up with a fucking idiot that I beat. And no offense to him, but it's just we're going in for a paycheck, that guy that done that fight. It's just one of them. So after that, I done an interview saying that I don't want to fight on these small regional shows anymore. By the way, I'm just going to put it out there. FCC never fucked me about. Just putting it out there. FCC is a good regional show. If you want any amateurs out there want to turn pro and have some good fights as a pro, before going on the even bigger shows like Cage Warriors and Octagon, PFL, whatever, you want to have like a good start in your career. Do FCC because they don't fuck people about. They give you decent fights and they look after you properly. They treat you like a fucking person, not a piece of shit.
That's what you want at the end of the day.
Exactly. So yeah, I ended up doing an interview, and I just basically said in the interview like I don't want to do these fucking regional shows anymore. I want to do fights where I'm going to get proper recognition. I want to do fights where I'm fighting like decent opponents. I want to be on basically doing them fights that are going to give me that proper exposure. So I said, whatever, PFL, Octagon, the UFC, Cage Warriors, Bellator, just any of them. Just any of them. And I was shocked after I'd done that interview. I'd done a post after it asking for management and different things. And I was actually pretty shocked. I got a lot of fucking messages for management because I weren't managed properly before that.
Okay.
I just had my coaches doing different things for me, or I had to do it myself. I never had a proper management. So done that post, got out there. Different people came up to me and like on the internet asking, or saying to me, "Oh, we can do this for you, we can do that for you." I had a lot of offers and a lot of like management offers. So offers for organisations and offers for managements. And then I got an offer for Intensity Fight Management, which is Paddy Pimblett and Molly's management. So I ended up getting an offer for that, and I basically just thought to myself, like, well, I know these guys that are with him. Yeah. So I'll go for that.
Well, I was going to ask a side question there of how did you wade through all the people that were messaging you and decide which one you were going to go for? But you just answered that there anyway.
Yeah, and there's more to it than that as well. Like, I knew that going with them guys, I could trust them. That was the other thing, because when you get a management, you need to fucking trust them. Yeah. And I'm not going to lie, there were some people that were on the list that I did trust. But it was like I need trust, but I also need to know for a fact that I'm not gonna get sold bullshit.
Yeah.
I knew for a fact if I did this, I'd be on Cage Warriors, and you know, might not be like UFC money in Cage Warriors, but it's a route to the UFC.
Oh, 100%.
It's a clear, proven route to the UFC.
Yeah, especially for UK fighters, anyway.
Yeah, and that's
how many UK fighters have came through Cage Warriors and made it to the UFC now? Like
it's crazy.
And you know, I mean, it's literally right there. It's on Fight Pass. It's your quickest route from the UK if you want to get into the UFC. Anyway, easily. So obviously you got into the Cage Warriors. Then go on, carry on what you were saying. If you had any more.
Yeah, so I just got an offer off them. I had some time to think about it, and I just went with Intensity, and obviously Intensity. You know, obviously they might give me other opportunities in different organizations in the future. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm set on Cage Warriors at the minute. I'm on a contract with them. I'm set with them, and I love Cage Warriors. They treat me fantastic. They do everything right. It's a fucking proper professional show.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of events, and yeah, I mean it's a banging promotion. Like the pace of the shows, like how they've got the whole setup, everything about it is wicked. You can't complain with it at all. Tickets are cheap. Yeah, I mean it's sound, mate. It's exactly what you want.
And the big thing for me is they don't care about all the bullshit outside of the fights. They just care about the fights.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of promotions that, you know, they might be the opposite way around. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's just got to be
politics about everything and whatever.
Yeah, there's politics. Sometimes you got to be a clown. Not gonna lie, like I'm trying not to be because I've been told to calm it down. But I am a bit of a clown. I am a bit of a clown myself. I'm not a shit talker, but I'm an entertainer. I like to entertain people. So when I walk out, I want to do a stupid walkout sometimes.
That's you and your personality, mate.
It is, but at the end of the day, they've told me not to do this. They told me to calm it down. Yeah, you seen my walkout with the cowboy hat.
Yeah. Right,
Tamarillo.
I
loved it. I thought it was great. A lot of people thought it was great.
Do you know how many UK fans that I resonate with that would actually be laughing going, this dude's fucking ace, mate. Our boss is walking out.
I know, I love that.
Do you know how many people would actually have an ego that wouldn't be able to walk out and do that because they'd be too embarrassed, and you're walking out with a smile on your face, dancing, singing, everything. You know what I mean?
But that fight I lost.
Yeah, I know, but still.
And the worst feeling in the world was, sadly, that was my Cage Warriors debut. I put all the pressure in the world on me. Like, I'm this prospect going in. I'm fighting this guy who's quite experienced. He had double my experience, the guy we're fighting. And I was really overconfident going into it, I'd say. I was either overconfident or I weren't giving the guy the respect he really deserved.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. I just believed in myself. And I didn't have that reality check of going to a higher level gym yet.
Yeah, that's lessons to learn, isn't it? You know what I mean? So that happened, so it can teach you not to do it again in the future, I suppose. But
as soon as I lost, I was obviously pissed off because I lost. But it was just the fact that I've just walked out in that stupid cowboy hat to Amarillo singing. I kissed my girlfriend on the walkout. I made a complete fucking show of this. Everyone's expecting fucking fireworks. I fucking get beat in the first round.
I know. You're a bit of a first round finisher yourself as well, leading up to that. Yeah, I mean, like you never really made it out of the first round that often. So I see what you mean, mate. Like
never. Interesting little fact: I've never gone the distance in any of my fights.
Yeah, I noticed that when I've gone through some of your older fights as well.
Been fighting for 10 years and I've never ever gone to the judges ever. Who knows? I might have jinxed myself. Let's touch wood. I might have jinxed myself there. Might be my next fight.
Fight will be a free rounder, yeah.
I always ask the lads that do them, like, what does it feel like? What's it like in the third round?
So what do you do when you're training then? Do you go like 3-5s and train up to that point just in case?
The training's harder than the fights, always, mate. We do 5-5s Tuesday and Thursday, mate. Pretty hard sparring. We go for it.
you know your cardio's there. Then if you're last in the 5.5s in the gym, you can do the 5.5 in the cage. Then can't you?
And also the guys I'm training with, the guys I'm sparring with. No disrespect to most of my opponents, but they'd murder my opponents faster than I'd murder them. So I'm training with people that are probably better than the guys I'm fighting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm more than prepared. I'm more than prepared to do 1 round, 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 5 rounds, fucking 10 rounds. Let's go.
But at the same time, getting out of there in the first or second round is exactly what the fans want. It's what promoters want.
Exactly. You know what I mean? What Dana wants.
Exactly what Dana wants. Get yourself in the fucking Dana White Contender Series, or even just a clear path into the UFC, whatever it looks like for you. You know what I mean, and fucking get in there, smash it out in the first round. You'll be like, yes, mate. You can walk out in a cowboy hat, a fucking fireman hat, anything that you want. You know what I mean? That's an idea. He wouldn't give a shit. Yeah, you know I mean, he'd be on you go.
Paul, Ben, and Ellis are going to listen to this interview, and they're just going to be like, "You're not walking out in a fucking fireman hat." Get that idea right out your head.
Yeah, well, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Yeah, I mean,
one day. They'll give me permission.
Yeah, well, you get a permission slip, mate. They'll need to sign it for you first. And be like, right, let me go. Let me get this. So obviously we mentioned there a second ago you lost your debut fight, but then you came back in the next one. You turned it around quickly, and you got the rear naked choke as well, didn't you, in your second fight?
Yes.
Was that Manchester? That was like 5 months later or something that you managed to get that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I made a lot of change ups. Like I said, I moved to Next Gen full time for that fight, and it was against someone, pretty fucking good too. Like his record, it says it's 1-1, but really he's 2-1. One of his wins got took off him. Right, for bullshit reasons, like he landed a fucking strike, like one strike. They're saying it was like at the back of the head or something. It didn't. He just beat the guy. Do you know what I mean? And some fucking stupid. I don't know. I think it might have been the English Mixed Martial Arts Association or something. Some regulatory body reviewed it and fucking took his win off him.
That's
I think it's ridiculous. I think when you get the win on the night, you should keep it.
Yeah, that's it. And a lot of people kind of go on about these shots to the back of the head. Sometimes you're in the middle of a bit of action. You're in the middle of a fight. You can't.
I get it. But I get that. It wasn't directly at the back of the head. It was like behind the ear.
That's what
I think it might have been like an elbow behind the ear. I can't even find the fight anywhere. So the guy that I beat was 2-1. Yeah, the guy that I beat was 2-1. He weren't 1-1 really.
Yeah.
So, props to Deck Dean there. And also, he's a fucking tough bastard too. I was actually shocked. I was actually shocked at myself, like that I managed to take him down the way that I did, and how I'd mounted him and got his back. I was shocked.
Yeah.
Because I was expecting to go fucking 3 hard rounds with him. I was fucking like thinking, wow, this is going to be a fucking tough one. This. Because he was coming off a loss as well as me. Like he had his Cage Warriors debut and he lost. So.
Right, okay.
We're both coming off a loss. I knew that we were both gonna fucking bring it that night because we both had that fire in us. So I was just thinking, fuck. Either it's gonna go really, really good or really, really bad.
Yeah,
there's a lot of pressure on me going into that. A lot of pressure.
Exactly, I mean, you see some people that join up with them and you get 1, 2, 3 at a push losses, and then that's kind of it for them in that promotion. They might need to go somewhere else and have a look at what else they can do. You know what I mean? So it could have been make a break for either of your careers that night. So that probably was a big bit of pressure.
Deck will be back. Deck will be back 100%. Deck will be back 100%. I hope they put him on the Manchester card and give him a decent opportunity to fight again.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was really happy with that win. It was best night of my life. That I can't really say I've had a better performance, and I can't really say. Well, obviously, I think the performance was a little bit sloppy. I mean, I took him down and then he swept me. It wasn't like a clean fucking win, if you get me.
Yeah.
But
you recovered well. I mean, you managed to get back.
He was a good guy. He was a good guy.
Yeah.
He gave it good. I gave it good, and I came out on top. I'm happy. I'm really happy with it, and it was just on the platform that I did it on. Like I made the statement that I wanted to make.
Yeah. And obviously, across your career, you've already been a bit of a submission specialist as well. So it was the path to victory that you were probably always working towards and looking for anyway, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean,
yeah, that was the game plan for Deck. That was the game plan for Deck. Just with Falk, it was the opposite. But I'd end up doing a fucking stupid flying armbar and fuck that up against Falk. But no, against Deck Dean, I just exactly overconfidence.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, mate.
Yeah, there is when you fuck up a flying submission, end up on your back and get ground and pounded to death.
Yeah.
Against Deck, it was a simple strategy of close the distance. Yeah. If I didn't get the takedown, stay close range and box his head off. And I was just thinking to myself, I'll just get him fucking down. Just get him down and get him out of there.
I mean, you're really good at getting to high mount. Like, sorry to interrupt, but just when you take people down, like you get to that high mount position, I think half the time when I've watched you and you get to the high mount, I'm like, he's going to go for a triangle here from the looks of it or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then you just end up laying in the ground and pound until they give you the back, and then boom, rear naked chokes in quicker than you can. Well,
a lot of stuff that I did in that fight, stuff that we've worked on at Next Gen for fucking months.
Right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not going to give anything away, but there was a lot of sequences in that fight that I drilled. Like, it felt like training. Obviously, it doesn't because it's a fight. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm full of adrenaline and everything's going at 100 miles per hour. But no, it just felt like a training session. Like I was doing a Monday 2-hour drill, 2-hour drilling session.
What's the whole point of it, though? Isn't it? That's where you want to get to. You want to get to the point where it's just muscle memory and it's just reflexes and it's all built into the point where it is just like training, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, just boom, boom, boom. Get the sequence in here, get that in there.
Fucking weird. It was fucking weird because it was like he ended up on his back and I was like, "Oh shit! How did he end up here?" Just all happened. I'm not even kidding. It just all happened. I'm not saying that to be a twat. I'm just saying like, but it's like I was on his back and I was like, "Oh, I better get his neck now." Better get his neck and go on.
you blinked and somehow he'd all turn around and just gone completely different. Your way, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, so on the back of that though, have you got anything? Did I see something about you? Maybe got something lined up early this year, or?
Yeah, so I'll most likely be on the March Manchester card.
Right. Okay.
Nothing's fully confirmed yet, though.
Yeah.
But I've just put it out there because we'll be in talks and all that. But yeah, it'll be March 16th in Manchester, and I'm hoping to have another fight in summer and then another one before the year ends. I want to get 3 fights this year. I want to make up for lost time.
Yeah, I suppose because that was another thing that I was going to say. Just going over your record there, you can see that you've actually fought like twice a year, every year, pretty much. Got like leading on for the last few years now.
That's you've always been active. Featherweight. That's when I was fighting at featherweight. I couldn't cut to 66 consistently. Like, to put it in perspective, probably shouldn't give away my walk around weight, but I've been walking around at like 86 kilos.
Right. Okay.
And to get to featherweight, obviously I don't fight at featherweight anymore, but to get to featherweight, that'd be 20 kilos.
Yeah.
That'd be 20 kilos. Fucking long way.
Yeah, a long way to go, that, innit? Yeah, I mean, absolutely killing yourself by the time you get to those.
70's not going to be fun either, but at least I know that, if I do it right, I've got the right people around me, I'm going to do it, and I'm still going to perform very well. But I was doing featherweight from like 85, 84 for years, mate. And I must have done some serious damage to my body doing that. And because I tried to do fights and my body won't let me.
Right, okay.
I'd get injured and different things would happen, yeah.
That's a tough one. Like, I know you say if you're walking around that heavy as well and then trying to cut down by 20 kilograms, that's a lot to be going down.
Some people, you're gonna be some people do it though. Yeah. Some people actually do it though. I don't get it.
Paddy blows my mind. I don't know how Paddy gets. I don't know how Paddy gets so big and then cuts back down for lightweight. Mate, this is unbelievable.
You know what? He was pretty good after his last fight.
Yeah.
After the Jared Gordon fight, he didn't balloon up. He stayed in shape and everything.
Yeah. I'd like to have an eating contest with him though. Like I can scran me when I want to.
When both our careers are done, when me and Paddy's careers are done, I want to have an eat off with him.
Yeah, mate, that'd be quite.
I do. I want to go to one of them eating competitions with him, just to give it a go.
Yeah,
I'm probably going to lose miserably, but I just want to compete against him in something I've got a bit of a chance at winning at.
Yeah, but that's what I was going to say. It's probably the only thing I'd be able to go toe to toe with him on. You know what I mean? Bang a big old plate of food in front of us and absolutely go for it. Like, because when you see his content and he's sitting going, yeah, I'll have a bit of that, I'll have a bit of that, a bit of that, a bit of that, a bit of that, a bit of that. That's me, that. And then you're taking everybody else's that they don't finish.
Yeah, do as well. That's me at parties. Me at parties at buffets. I'm just like, right, I want that. Yeah. I'll have a bit of that. And I'm thinking, oh, that's not a lot. And then I look at my plate at the end of it, and I'm like, what the
fucking piled up like that, innit? You know what I mean?
Like, wow, no wonder I'm a fat
walking back to the table and everyone's going, you hungry, you? Just like, nah, it's just starters, that.
I tell you what, though, MMA and the weight cutting situation, it defo causes eating disorders, 100%. Yeah. I've got a fucking serious eating disorder. I've only just recently started eating like a normal person again.
So would you be all for more weight classes, like so they can actually just probably fight more towards your natural weight than?
No, because idiots will try and cut even more weight to get that advantage.
I suppose, yeah, that is one thing.
The only way you could solve weight cutting is if you weighed them right before they're about to get in the cage.
Yeah.
So at the Vaseline and checkout point.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only.
I mean, that would be pretty dangerous in itself, given how dehydrated some people get. You know what I mean, and how much.
Well, no, because because that's on you then, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose.
That's the way I look at it. It's on you, because if they did that rule, I wouldn't shed a fucking drop of water going into that fight. If they did that, I'd just go in as I am. I just get in shape and go in as I am.
Yeah, because you'd be thereabouts, I suppose, wouldn't you?
And so a lot of people would, but then you get the odd idiot that would fucking try and kill himself. And the other problem is, guys might get to that point and the fight gets cancelled because they've not fucking tried to lose the weight.
Mm-hmm.
It's risky, but I think for amateurs, at least they do that for amateurs.
Yeah.
At least.
Just whilst they're getting used to it and learning about it and all the rest of it. And I don't know, because obviously I'm not a fighter, so I don't know how much like education or chat, but I suppose it comes down to if you've got a nutritionalist within your team and what you can afford and who the people you've got around you to actually have the knowledge to be able to go, right, this is how you do it and how you do it properly. There's probably a lot of fighters out there.
I've got good people around me. Like, I've got Paul Reed. He's one of the best fucking S&C coaches and weight cutting experts around. Like, I ask him anything, it puts my mind at ease. And I had him for my last fight. Easiest, and I mean the easiest weight cut of my life, and I was still cutting quite a bit of weight to get to 70. Easiest weight cut of my life.
Is that meal preps and everything that gets done for you? So it's all bang on what you need, and everything's perfect for what you're going into.
So I have a sponsor. Big shout out to Macro Chef.
Nice.
I have a sponsor called Macro Chef who they do meal preps in Liverpool.
Yeah.
And they basically provide me with all the nutrition that I need during camp.
Mm-hmm.
So during camp, they sort me out. So they give me all the high nutrition foods that I need, basically, to get through training sessions. They give me what I need for breakfast, what I need for lunch, what I need for dinner, and they give me like little healthy snacks like protein cookies, which I have some downstairs, which I can't wait for.
Yeah, you're gonna grab one of them afterwards, yeah.
So they sort me out with that. Paul Reed helps me out on the week of the fight. So So they'll advise what foods I can and can't eat, and they'll give me whatever I need for that. So I've got loads of people helping me out with different roles, if you get me.
Yeah. I suppose that's what you need as well, isn't it? Especially when they're able to give you little brownies or cookies, whatever, in there as well. I mean, just sweetens the pie a little bit, doesn't it?
Bro, on weight cut week, so that last week, fight week, right? You're not supposed to have like any carbs or anything, okay? The food that Paul Reed was sorting us out, oh my god. For like the cafe Athlete Factory that they were sorting out for us.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have it if I weren't cutting weight.
I was going to say that. Do you miss some of it when you're not actually cutting weight? Do you sit there going,
yeah, I'd have it if I wasn't cutting weight. Like there was some stuff because they were doing the right measurements of sugar, salt, and carbohydrates that you could get away with.
Yeah, on the first day, your training plan as well, and they base it on your output tomorrow is going to be this, so today you're going to be eating.
Yeah. Right. Okay. The first day of it, I'm so gutted. I missed it. The first day of it, I missed grabbing the meals. Yeah. And everybody had a fucking brownie.
Except you.
Yeah, because I missed out. I didn't go that day.
Right. Okay.
I had something on, so I couldn't go down. I was just like, fuck. They're all eating brownies on weight cut week. And I was sat at home having a fucking egg and a piece of salmon.
Oh, mate, fantastic.
And I was having that basically all day. I was just like, and they're eating all this beautiful food.
Mate, I ate fish as well, so that for me personally, that would be the worst nightmare. Like eggs, I'll eat eggs all day, but fish. Oh,
I'll eat anything, mate.
I've seen you eating Tenerife, eating some fucking mad prawns or fucking whatever.
I don't know what it was.
It looked like it was alive anyway. I noticed.
I don't know if it was alive or not, to be honest.
Fuck.
Fucking girlfriend didn't even know what the fuck it was. Girlfriend,
she's poking it on a plate, going, "What the fuck is that? It looks like it's going to eat me in a minute." It's fucking wild, wasn't it?
Fucking hell! I've eaten some fucking crazy things, mate.
I think the wildest thing I've had was ostrich, and that was it. Where was that? Lanzarote or something. Got a steak.
Ostrich. It's all right.
Yeah, ostrich. That wasn't bad, mate. I mean, a bit chewier than what a steak would be, but it was pretty decent.
It's basically steak. That's the way I look at it. It's just steak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it was.
Something I want to try. Something I want to try. Snake.
Yeah.
Like I've not tried snake or crocodile. I just want to try every meat going. Apart from apart from one particular meat, I don't want to try.
What's that?
I don't know. If I say it, I'm a cannibal, aren't I?
You got monkey meat or just human meat in general? You've been watching.
Wait, there's monkey meat. It's a monkey meat. It's a monkey meat. Does monkey meat count as human meat?
I don't know.
Because they're ancestors, isn't it?
Yeah, because we've evolved from that, so it might do a little bit. But that's have you
seen?
That's
a loophole. If I eat monkey, it means I've eaten humans. So yeah.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Have you ever watched that? Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
No, I've not. I need to.
Oh, there's an episode in there, and I've watched it all before, but I'm just rewatching some episodes. I was watching one the other night, and one of them they get told so they eat some steaks of Frank, who's Danny DeVito in it, and he goes, "Stop eating my meat." You know what I mean? So he walks it all away. He leaves one piece out. And they eat it, and he was like, he comes in, he tells them that was human meat, and they were absolutely wolfing this down, and they're just like, "Nah, shut up, you're lying." He tells them it's human meat, so then they're walking around like crackheads the days after, trying to cook up like some concoction of how we're gonna kill this guy so we can eat him, or go to the morgue and get a piece of a dead body so we can eat, because they're like craving this meat, this flavor and everything. They're like, "Oh my god, I need to get this meat," and then at the end of the oh mate, I don't want to ruin it for you, but at the end of the episode, I mean, it turns out that's not what it was, but it's phenomenal.
Oh my god, it's that.
Just walking around with a couple.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, Always Sunny. Just started from the beginning, mate. I think there's about 14 or 15 seasons, but it's phenomenal. Like I love it. It's a brilliant show. You get it on Netflix, mate. So you just sit there, chill with the missus, and watch it. Some points quite controversial. Like they wouldn't see half the shit that they done in the first season, second, third, whatever. They wouldn't even get away with that now, mate. If they tried to put that on TV, they would just go, "Nope, cancelled." Fuck off.
Watch that. Watch that. That's the best. That's the best entertainment. Speaking of which, I think watching Borat the other day. Borat 2.
Yeah.
And something I never realised. I feel like an idiot now that I didn't realise this, but all them films that guy's in, well, not all of them, but some of them films, they're actually live reactions.
Yeah. Like
it's not staged. That's fucked. That the stuff he fucking said to people and got away with it. Wow.
I mean, like what was the other one that he done? There was Borat, and there was
Borat. What was it?
Bruno, that one, mate. That one was wild. Going up.
I haven't seen that one yet. I've been advised to watch it,
mate.
I think it's
the things that he done in that.
Some dirty shit and all there's in that film. That's why I've not watched it, but I've heard it's some really funny scenes in it, so I'm gonna give it a go.
he wouldn't get away with half of that shit now either. You know what I mean? But
no, well, that's fucking shit though. That like freedom of speech, isn't it?
I know, yeah, I know. Right, and
freedom of speech.
Human, you don't need to take everything so. Everything's taken so seriously these days, isn't it? You can't even just like batter around and have a laugh about anything really anymore. It's brutal. Anyway, let's get back round to, so when you do get into your fighting match, when you've got one, it's announced or whatever, how long do you usually go into a camp for? 8 weeks?
Oh bro, I'm fucking this is camp now.
All the time, just all day,
now.
Every day.
It's gonna be fucking camp now. Like I'm not fucking about. Like I'm gonna get into fucking shape, and I'm gonna be fit as fuck going into that fight. I'm gonna get all my weight off, and then as soon as that fight's done, I'm back in the gym. I might have a week off just to recover. I'm gonna still eat clean, and I'm back in the gym. I'm fucking dead set this year. Like I want to get to the UFC, so I'm dead set on this.
What way would you want to go for it? Would you want to go to Dana White Contender Series, or would you just want to call up or get a Cage Warriors title, so then you get the call up to it, or
whatever happens, whatever happens. If I get a call to jump in last minute for a fight, maybe on UFC London, UFC Manchester, UFC whatever, like fucking UFC somewhere in Europe, because chances are I won't get an opportunity in the States. I'll do that. If I get an opportunity to go on Dana White's Contender Series, I'll do that. If I get an opportunity through getting the Cage Warriors title, if I have to go through that route, I'll do that. I will do whatever it fucking takes to get signed to the UFC. If you want me to dance around like a fucking clown, I'll do that.
I'll do it.
I'll do whatever. You want me to chat shit, I'll do that. I just want to be wearing them black gloves that say fucking UFC on them. That's all I want to fucking do. I want to get in that cage, and I want to show that I'm the best in the world.
You just keep staying there, keep staying positive with it, keep working towards it, mate, and I'm sure you'll get there. I mean, you've got the skill set anyway to get there. You've got the right people around you. You're in the correct gym. You've got a wicked head coach as well as like Ventry and everybody else that's there as well. Yeah, I mean, there's bounds and bounds of experience. Like on the back of that, like what type of like influence or encouragement or advice is anybody in that gym giving you? I.e. Paddy, Molly, any of them to get up towards where you're going now? Has any of them ever sat with you and been like, right, Chris, boom?
Paddy and Molly have basically just said, keep being me, basically.
Yeah.
Just keep being me and keep working hard, and I'm doing all the right things. And they just like my energy, basically. Yeah, I've got the right energy for it. But I don't know. Better off asking them, I guess. I don't know.
No, okay.
I'm just blessed that I'm around such amazing people that are doing what I want to do, who are being who I want to be, and knowing that puts it in my head, puts it in my heart that I can do that.
Right. Okay. That's all you need, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, so you can just keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. But I think what we've done now, just over an hour, mate. So obviously you said you're knackered. I'll let you get away. I'll let you get your cookies and just chill out for the rest of your evening. So we'll wrap this up. Sorry. So if you got anybody you want to give a shout out to, give them a massive shout out just now.
Everyone at Next Gen, I fucking love you all. Like I love every single one of you. I love all my family, all my friends. All my sponsors. I always fuck up with my list of sponsors, so I'm just going to say all my sponsors. I fucking love you guys. I wouldn't be here today without you guys. You're helping me out financially. You're helping me out with my diet. You're helping me out with my clothing. Helping me out with my fight kits, my training gear, everything. Like the finances are helping me just get to the fucking gym. So big thank you to everyone, and
give what's your socials? Give your socials a shout out whilst you're there. What's your Insta? You're on Twitter or anything else like that?
I'm really just on Instagram and Facebook, but eventually I'll start moving into fucking TikTok and Twitter and probably other stuff, probably YouTube. Imagine me with a YouTube channel. That'd be sick.
No, mate, I'd love to see your content, mate. I swear to God, it'd be fucking wild. I mean, you'd have training camp, training footage, like Rocky style montage, 10 minute rant about something political. Back to it.
I've got quite a few political things that I'm on to, but that's just one
Yeah.
in particular. Yeah, my Instagram's at Crazy Chris Price, and my Facebook's just Chris Price. If you highlight Crazy, I guess it'll come up on Facebook. But really, most of my stuff's on Instagram, really.
Awesome, mate. Awesome.
Right, I love you all. Thank you all for watching anyway.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, mate. Honestly, thanks for giving me the time. Obviously, we've been messaging back and forth the last few weeks or a couple of months, to be honest, trying to get this organised, you know what I mean? And just life responsibilities and everything come up. We finally managed to get it done. Wicked start to the new year, and wish you all the best once this fight gets announced for you. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to make it down in March and maybe make it to that event. I'm either going to apply for media credentials because I want to dip my toes into that and see if I can do something like on live interviews whilst we're there and stuff like that. I think I would enjoy doing that as well. So I want to try and get into that a little bit. And if not, I'll probably just buy a ticket and come along anyway, because obviously fucking Manchester's 20 minutes away from where my hometown is, so I can just go down, stay with my family, and then come along to the fights as well anyway. But defo get you back on in the future, mate. This has been brilliant. Like,
thank you.
You're a class guy. I'm glad we sat down for an hour and just got to know you a little bit better, mate, because you've given me some wicked content there, mate. Honestly, I think some people will be laughing their fucking heads off at some of that.
I'm just being me.
That's it, mate. That's it. Right. Anyway, cheers, buddy. And I'll catch you later. Cheers, man.